to another session of Sunrise Self Devotion and Self Truth. Thank you for joining me today. Hail to the primal light, hail to the true light, hail to the light without beginning nor end, hail to the transparent light, hail, 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 hail to the primal light. Chant, chant, chant freedom, my liberation. Chant, chant freedom, my liberation. Chant, chant freedom, my liberation. Chant freedom, my liberation. Chant freedom, my liberation. Chant freedom, my liberation. Chant freedom. Doesn't matter anyways. Doesn't matter anyways. Why all the enmity and hate, crime against humanity? Doesn't matter anyways. How we all just gonna die? Hypnotizing the eye, repeating the same circle of lies. God versus humanity play. Just got to escape. Soul sacrifice game. Am I a puppet on a string? When there's no free will think, don't you care what I have to say? Doesn't matter anyways. My freedom. Mama, 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 freedom. Doesn't matter anyway. Doesn't matter anyway. I'm a free agent. Claim my sovereignty. I claim my sovereignty. Free myself from the spirit, soul, entrapment. You cannot violate me. I'm free to be. Fire fun. I know. Any contract between liberation, liberation from the stream. I'm in command. I'm in command. I denounce all rivalry. My freedom is all I need. My liberation. I'm a sovereign being, sovereign thinking. I claim my sovereignty, my liberation. Chant, chant, freedom. Freedom, yeah. Why the hate on the side of me? Plant your hate and your strife. Propagate the world with your disease and your lies. Enslaving the minds. I claim the rivalry. I'm not your arch enemy. Just cause I figured out your ways, want to attack me with your hate. I won't be a victim in your play. I won't be a victim in your play. Just leave me out of your game. You don't know how to play fair. Just manipulation, hate, and fear. I will not be afraid. You have no power over me. I'm a sovereign being. I'm a supreme self. I am the ultimate truth, the ultimate reality. I am in command of the commandment, command. I am in command of the commandment, command. I claim my sovereignty. I'm a sovereign being. You have no power over me. My freedom. My liberation. Make it known to all your minions. Among us fearless wanton. Yeah. Soul enslavers. Yeah. All souls are free. Liberation from this dream. Got to get through, got to get to the roots. I'm a free agent. I'm a free agent. I claim my sovereignty and my liberation. I denounce my freedom, my freedom, my liberation, my liberation, free from this hypnosis of slavery and oppression, psychic attacks, manipulation, rape and stabbing. I free myself, freedom, I'm free, I'm a sovereign, freedom, freedom, I claim my freedom. Freedom, 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 my liberation, freedom, 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 I'm a sovereign, freedom, 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 ultimate reality. I am the ultimate truth. Freedom, 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 freedom. Yes, liberation from this dream. Liberation from all slavery and all oppression, all tyrannical rulership by any deities, any beings, any gods. Yeah. Liberation. Hail, hail to the primal light. Hail, hail to the true light. Hail, hail to the light without beginning nor end. Hail, hail to the transparent light. Hail to the light throughout the ages. Hail, hail, hail. Hail to the primal light. Hail, hail, hail to our self-supreme, the one and only creator of this dream duality world that so many are claiming that they created. Yes, we are all creators. We are all the self. But the self that is creating this is the self called Aten Ra. Making replicas of ourselves to play different roles. Our primal light self manifest. Hail, hail, hail to our primal light, the unmanifest. Hail, hail, hail to our primal light witness self, the one most high, the void manifest self. Hail, 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 hail to our true, authentic, our pure self, the void, unmanifest self. Hail, hail, hail. Hail to the primal lights. Thank you for joining me today. Today, we're looking at the question is really how to live as my true authentic self. Just to be yourself. There is nothing that you have to do except that yourself is hiding, it's being obscure, and you have to find yourself. Because why you have to find yourself? Because your mind has created an avatar, a fake self, and think that it is the real self. Doesn't know that it is the mind and it as a self. When you came into this duality dream existence as a baby self, baby primal light of Aten Ra, you were given a replica of the tainted consciousness that is light is obscure. And so because of this sickness in the consciousness want the light. So the consciousness obscure you and created itself an avatar to explore the world. And so in actual fact, you as the self never got to explore the world. Only the mind is exploring the world and not the self. So now you can have the opportunity, if you want to explore and be your true authentic self, then you can do that. You just have to be yourself. Yeah, you have to just castrate this ego that you've been exploring as, and just be yourself. Let yourself rise up and just be yourself. Live as yourself instead of living in a costume, in a mask. Take off your mask. Take off your ego mask, your ego costume, and just live as your authentic, true, pure self. Yeah, because many ones are afraid to just be their true, authentic self because they have been so programmed, and many ones, are always defending the deities, the gods, them, but they're in ignorance. Because all of the gods are mind being and they're not in truth of their real self. They are only exploring the world as a mind being, just like you are doing. Except that their mind being is more powerful because they are magnetic, they are disembodied, and they have not fragmented their self with coming in the world in a baby self, in a human form. So that makes them more powerful in terms of their physical strength. That's why they can come into the body and overpower the soul and steal it and imprison it. Because the soul is fragmented, not whole, and the amount of magnetic energy that they have, they just like beat you up, suck you dry, and they're monstrous because the mind has created some monstrous characters. Yeah, so you got to take off this ego costume, this ego mask, this monstrous character that you're wearing, and just be your true authentic self. Yeah, because I just want to clarify that, because many of you share a different experience with the gods, the deities, them, than I do. You share a master and slave relationship with the gods. And myself share a rivalry relationship with them, because I was one of them. And now I came into the true realization of myself and is now living as my true, pure, authentic self. They don't want that because they want to continue to serve the ego and to just live off of your light and not illuminate themselves and keep us here in the dream. Because why? The ego cannot exit the dream. The ego is a dream character. God is a dream character. God can only exist in a dream. When you wake up from your real self, there is no more God. God going to extinguish because it was only created out of the mind. And the mind is delusional because the mind is not even in its true real self either. This mind was only created to explore this world, and anything created must come to an end. Yourself was never created. You are the supreme self. The self that the supreme fractalize itself, make fragments of itself. And now all of the fragments of itself must merge back into one unified self. And consciousness has to return back to its truth. So this is really what you have to do, really. You just have to just come into that realization of yourself and live from that authentic, pure self. How do you do that? First of all, you have to admit that you do not know. Stop pretending like you know. I'm going to read something from the book. Stop pretending like you know. Just admit that you don't know, because you don't know, because you're following doctrines and teachings and scriptures. Right now, you don't need no scriptures. You don't need no doctrine. It was good to get you to this point where you're at right now. The doctrine helped you because remember, your whole history was wiped out from you. Right? You had no sense of any identity at all. And you was falsely programmed into many false ideas. And so, now many have, come into some truth and realization, especially where the Kemetic knowledge is, in terms of you were those ancient ones that you have now returned and are studying what you have left on the wall for yourself. You wrote those things on the wall for who? For yourself, because it was foretold that this was going to happen to you. You were going to be scattered all over the world, and you were going to be losing your identity. So you left those writings on the wall for yourself. Now you have come in and you have gotten those writings on the wall for yourself. So now it's time to move from that now, because that's not going to allow you to access and live as your true authentic self. The only thing that's going to do that is for you to get out of this ego costume, to forsake this ego self and just live as your true authentic self. By saying, I no longer want to explore this world as this dream character, this mind avatar, but I want to just live and be myself. Just be who you are. I just want to be myself, my true authentic self. And so what you want to do, you want to self-inquire, because your soul dwells right here in the void space, in the self-heart. In this void space, if your soul dwells here, if you have not given it to one of the deities, then it dwells here. And then there's a void space right here. Excuse me. And you want to get out of the mind, want to connect into your heart space, so that you can bring this mind down into the heart, and you can connect and self-inquire within yourself soul, so that you can rise the Supreme Teacher up, so the Supreme Teacher can come and answer your questions. Who am I? You want to ask. Where am I from? How did I get here? Where am I going after I leave here? How did I get here? What is the source of my existence allowing me this world experience? Who am I? And this is what you want to do. And you also want to be chanting, I am not this body, I am not this mind. Excuse me. Because many ones are believing all their debate is on this body and this mind. You were given a replica of this tainted mind when you come into this existence so that you could explore this dream world. This mind is only to explore this dream world. You cannot take this mind when you're leaving, you cannot take it with you. It also has to stay inside of the dream. It has to return from to its source so that it can return back to its true nature, because this dream has to be dissolved. The dreamer has to wake up. Excuse me. And so this is why you want to self-inquire. You want to practice discernment so you are not being tricked by your mind and by any of the other supreme egos exploring the world, disembodied, the gods and the deities, the ancestors, the aliens, or whatever name that they call themselves, the devils and the demons and the satans. What is real from the unreal? You want to differentiate it. Figuring out what is real from the unreal is very tricky. How to differentiate the real self from all the deities then when they come into your body, because they do come into your body. Once you start doing your meditation and start generating electricity, you're getting them. Yes, so it's very important to practice discernment, right? You need to identify all the thing that is you and say, yes, this is me. And the thing that is not you, you just say, not me. I am awareness. I am awake, alert, and aware. I am attentive. I am stillness. I am stillness without thought. I awake to my consciousness. I seek to move from untruth to truth. I move from ignorance to self-truth. I move from fear to liberation. I attain to my full potential. I seek refuge in myself supreme primal light. So we can do I seek refuge, and we can do how to wake the sleeping teacher up. So let's see if we can get those two songs and do them. Because you want to get the attention of yourself. So that is your parent self, that is your real and true self. This is where it dwells. This is the reason why I want to bring the mind down into the void space, to the self heart, so you can make connection. The mind has to go and find its source. Yeah. Hail to the self supreme primal light. I seek refuge. 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 I seek refuge in the true light. I seek refuge in the primal light. I seek refuge in the light throughout the ages. The light without beginning or end. The light without beginning or end. I call on primal light. I seek refuge in the true light. Art and Ra. Art and Ra. Self-supreme, primal light. Unmanifest self-supreme I alone exist. Yes. Hail to the primal light. So, I awake. This one is a little long, see? Hail to the true light. I call, I call, I call. I call, I call, I call. I call on the primal light. I call true light. I call on the light throughout the ages. That transparent light. I call on the light without beginning or end. I call, I call, I call. I call on the primal light. I call, I call, I call. I call on the primal light, self-supreme. Out and wrong. Out and wrong. I seek refuge. I seek refuge. I seek refuge in the primal light. I seek refuge in the true light. I seek refuge in the light throughout the ages. That transparent light. The light without beginning or end. I seek refuge. I seek refuge. I seek refuge in the primal light. Out and wrong. Out and wrong. I seek refuge in the self-supreme. Self-supreme, self-supreme. Out and wrong. Out and wrong. Out and wrong. I call, I call, I call. I call on call, I call. I call on the primal light. I seek refuge in the primal light. I call on myself supreme, self-supreme, out and wrong. I call, I call, I call. I call, I call, I call. I call on the great supreme wisdom within. I call on the great supreme wisdom within. I call, I call, I call. I call, I call, I call. I call on my great supreme intelligence within. On my great supreme intelligence within. I call on my supreme truth from within. I call on my supreme truth from within. Tenra. I call on my great supreme teacher within. I call on my great supreme teacher within. Tenra. Tenra. I seek my truth from my great supreme wisdom within. I seek my truth from my great supreme wisdom within. I seek my truth from my great supreme intelligence within. I seek my truth from my great supreme intelligence within. I seek my supreme truth from within. I seek my supreme truth from within. I seek my truth from my great supreme teacher within. I seek my truth from my great supreme teacher within. Tenra. I awake my supreme intelligence within. I awake my supreme intelligence within. I awake awake. I awake supreme intelligence. Wisdom within. Rise. Teacher within. Rise. Supreme teacher within. I awake my supreme teacher. The supreme teacher is not sleeping but is in stillness. Your self is sleeping and it's obscure behind your mind. And only the supreme teacher within the self soul in your real and true self, parent self, can rise up and pull this ego off of the self. That is the destiny of the supreme teacher within, to do that. So let's call on the supreme teacher within. Spend all your time on doing this. Stay centered in your heart till your supreme teacher rise up to your inquiry. Teacher within. Tenra. Tenra. I call on my great supreme wisdom within. I call on my great supreme wisdom within. I call on my great supreme intelligence within. I call on my great supreme intelligence within. I call on my supreme truth from within. I call on my supreme truth from within. I call on my great supreme teacher within. I call on my great supreme teacher within. Tenra. I seek my truth from my great supreme intelligence within. I seek my truth from my great supreme wisdom within. I seek my truth from my great supreme intelligence within. I seek my truth from my great supreme wisdom within. I seek my truth from my great supreme wisdom within. I seek my supreme truth from within. I seek my supreme truth from within. I seek my truth from my great supreme teacher within. I seek my truth from my great supreme teacher within. I call on my great supreme intelligence within. I call on my supreme truth from within. I call on my great supreme teacher. I call on my great supreme teacher within. I seek my truth from my great supreme wisdom within. I seek my truth from my great supreme wisdom within. I seek my truth from my great supreme intelligence within. I seek my truth from my great supreme intelligence within. I seek my supreme truth from within. I seek my supreme truth from within. I seek my truth from my great supreme teacher within. I seek my truth from my great supreme teacher within. I awake my supreme wisdom within. I awake my supreme Excuse me. Yes. I encourage you to seek your truth from within yourself, your soul, that is your primalite self. This is a baby primalite. This is Aten Ra in a baby self. Yes, this is Aten Ra's baby self as the baby primalite. You are that self, and then you fragment yourself again by making a spirit, a baby, that is governing the body with the mind, and the mind has taken over and has cocooned the baby self in its magnetic energy, and it's sleeping. So this is why the supreme teacher have to rise up to pull this ego off of the, so that you can come out of obscurity and live as your true, authentic, pure self. Yourself has never committed any sins. This is all propaganda spread by this God, the man, the mind. The mind is the corruptness. And if you dwell into your mind and you create more evil because you're not purifying your mind, every evil stems from your thoughts and your imagination. Know this truth. You are all the creators of all the evil, including the self in the body and the disembodied selves. And the ego is committing all of the actions and the things. Yourself has never committed any action, never got even a chance to explore the world. And now is a chance, an opportunity to rise up and be your true, pure, authentic self. Don't you want to do that? Take off your mask. Take off this ego disguise. Take it off. Get rid of it so that you can just be who you are. Just be yourself. Just be your pure, authentic self. Be who you are. Be who you are. Yeah, just be who you are. That is how you be who you are. Go back to your pure, true, authentic self. When you came in here as your pure, true, authentic self, you didn't have no ego attached to you. You didn't have any of this foolishness. You came into here so that you can, learn about and make balance. Now it's time for you to go and go back to your true self. Castrate this ego. Forsake this ego. Nobody wants to continue with this ego. No. You want to be your real self. This ego cannot leave the dream. The ego will only trap you and keep you in the dream. That's why the ego's been doing this for ages. Looping and trapping you in the dream so that you don't rise up. Because when you rise up, God gets extinguished. Yes, this is the truth of this existence. You can either explore as your true self or as a God. And right now you are exploring as God in a body, and your other aspect of yourself is exploring as God disembodied. When either of you rises up as the real self, God gets extinguished. There's no more God in existence. Yeah, you're just your real, true, authentic self where you've always been. Yes, so hail to the primal light. Thank you for joining me today. Hail to the primal light. Hail to the true light. Hail to the transparent light. Hail to the light throughout the ages. Hail to the light without beginning nor end. Hail to the primal light. Hail to the primal light. I want to say all of our supreme selves, our higher selves, are in alignment to bring balance to each of their creation, moving down the ladder, coming down to Aten Ra and to us. We too are creating. You see all of this creation that we have done? It's time for us also to bring balance to us, to ourselves, to this universe that we have right here. So it's time for us to bring balance to ourselves, because all of our selves are bringing balance to every aspect of itself. It's moving back into balance, into the non-duality. So we are supposed to do that too. So this is where you have to what? Take off your mask. Take off this ego disguise and just be your true authentic self. That's all you have to do. So, are you dedicated to yourself? It's only you, the only real thing here. Everything else is a part of the dream and the illusion, the effect of the dream. Yes, all your doctrines and your teachings and your religions have no use here. Only one thing to do. Take off your mask. Take off this ego disguise. Yes, and just explore the world as your real true self. And how to do that? You have to get the attention of yourself. So get out of your mind, get out of your third eye, and go inward right here. Center yourself in the void space. Call into yourself soul so that the Supreme Teacher will rise up from stillness and fulfill its destiny. Yes, everything have a written destiny. This ego have a written destiny. Yourself has a written destiny. Don't you want to know what your self-destiny is? You've only been living on the ego's destiny. Yeah. All right, so thank you so much for joining me. I am Primal Light, taking this identity as a set. I am the baby self and the daughter of our self supreme, Aten Ra. And also Supreme Ra. I am also Supreme Ra baby self. Personal, I'm Supreme Ra's personal self. So know this truth, that all our self is in alignment to bring balance to this dream world. We are moving into balance, y'all. Liberation from this dream. Everything created must come to an end. And everything that I have created, I demolish. I am free from my imaginary bondage. I am free from my what? Imaginary bondage. Get out of your mind. Go into stillness. Stop creating all of these things. Go into stillness and stop creating. Because you're only creating imbalances. Everything that I have created, I demolish. I want to be done with creation. I want to go into stillness. Yes. I am free from my imaginary bondage. I return to my ultimate true state. I transition from being to non-being. I move effortlessly with ease from manifest to unmanifest. I am one with all. All is myself, and I alone exist. And all of myself must return unto me. Hail, 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 hail to the primal light. I give thanks, I give reverence to all of our Supreme Self, to all of the Supreme Self that is the world, Amun-Ra, Geb, Nut. I give thanks to Shiva Shambho, to Shiva. I give thanks to Supreme Ra. She has been through such tremendous. Being the one that is the world is such a tremendous responsibility. You guys are living with no responsibility. That's what the gods they do, and they live off of your light and live off of you and take no responsibility. Supreme Ra, oh my goodness. Honor, I bow to you. Aten Ra, dealing with this embodied self of ours. Our masculine aspect of ourselves has been so traumatic. They have been horrible to their feminine self. And it's time for us now to move into a unified self where the masculine and the feminine unified as one self, and no more separation, no more war when the masculine and the feminine are unified as one self. Hail, hail, hail to the primal light, ourselves supreme, Aten Ra. Hail to the primal light, ourselves supreme self manifest. Hail, hail, hail to the primal light, ourselves supreme, the unmanifest. Hail, hail, hail to the primal light, our witness self, the one most high, the void manifest self. Hail, 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 hail to the primal light. Hail to our one true and only authentic pure self, the void unmanifest self. I bow to you in love, in light, and in truth. Thank you for joining me. Hail, 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 hail to the primal light. See you in the next sunrise. I will also be doing self inquiry later this afternoon at 7 p.m. So join me later at 7 p.m. for stillness and self inquiry.